The following is a presentation of Lion's Heart Media. Any use, rebroadcast, or redistribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of Lion's Heart Media is strictly prohibited. White looks to throw. He wants Boyd deep. Help over the top. Boyd adjusts. 1,000 and a score. Wilson drives in. She scores. Jensen, Grayson, give and go. Jensen elevates and she slams it down again. Arlo, top of the box, a drive, and he fires it in. Cannon hammers the back line. Striplings fires it up. Spencer in space. Just got it. Touchdown, Serra Catholic. Blocks quick out to Martin. Breaks the tackle. Martin cuts far side. There goes Quinton. See you later. One play. Touchdown, Leopards. Quinton Martin for 6 from 36. WPIAL Almond Valley Baseball here on MVI Live, as it's the Serra Catholic Eagles playing host to the Belle Vernon area Leopards this afternoon, and what is a beautiful day for high school baseball here on MVI Live. The Eagles, the Leopards, non-section Mon Valley action here on MVI Live, as Belle Vernon coming off a split against the West Mifflin Titans. Serra Catholic sweeping the Swickley Academy Panthers, as Serra Catholic will send Tyler Skaggs to the mound here this afternoon. A 1.22 ERA in 28 2/3 innings pitched. Skaggs has given up just 8 runs, 5 of them earned, while also surrendering 25 hits. Skaggs has walked 9 batters while striking out 29 on the season. Opponents batting just .236 against Tyler Skaggs, who will get the start here today for the Serra Catholic Eagles. On the other side, Cole Matusik will lead things off. The senior will play center field. Zach Plymeyer bats second. The sophomore shortstop. Connor Bergman third. He's out at third base. Parker Lynn will be in left playing cleanup. Alex Bastido will follow batting fifth, the designated hitter. Joining him will be Alonzo Wade at first, Chase Petrosky and right, Logan Miller catching, and Jack Edwards is second. His first pitch, Matusik out to right, one pitch, one away. 3:57 underway here from the Portview Athletic Association, as Matusik flies out to the right fielder, Anderson. It's Anderson in right, McNeil in center, Rieger in left, with Jellison at third, Dombrowski at short, Johnson at second, Black at first, Skaggs pitching, Holmes catching. Pitch by Tyler Skaggs. That one misses to Zach Plymeyer. Plymeyer's driven in runners twice this week on sac flies against West Mifflin in both games. Plymeyer, .294 on the season. As that one misses by Tyler Skaggs. The right-hander's been brilliant once again here in his senior season for the Serra Catholic Eagles. Plymeyer, 9 ribbies, no homers. As Zach Plymeyer up in the 2-hole, Serra Catholic tied for the section champion. 3-way tie with Eden Christian and Bishop Canavan, as Skaggs into the line. Pitch by Tyler Skaggs, and after a 1-pitch out, it's a 4-pitch walk to Zach Plymeyer. So Plymeyer at first with 1 away now for the red-hot Connor Bergman. Bergman on the year, batting .345 in that number 3 spot for the Belle Vernon Leopards. He's went deep once while driving in 19 on the season. As Plymire back in safely over at first. Tyler Skaggs on the bump. Matusik, Plymire, Bergman, Lind, Bastido, along with Wade, Petrosky, Miller, and Edwards. Burge pitching as thought about going. It's a little roller swinging bunt goes foul as Bergman will have to head back and do it again. Tyler Skaggs 4-1 or make it 5-1 on the season for the Serra Catholic senior. Dynamic top two between Skaggs and Owen Dombrowski for Serra Catholic as Bergman digs back in. Throw back over. Zach Plymire in safely once again. Runner goes, throw down by Holmes is going to be in time. As Zach Plymire thrown out trying to swipe second. Jacob Holmes puts a dart on down to second. So Plymire retired on the caught stealing. And now 2 down with nobody on. Bergman will dig back in. As Bergman holds off. 2-1 count, pitch by Tyler Skaggs. 3-1 now on Connor Bergman. 10th walk of the season this inning for Tyler Skaggs. So Bergman trying to reach here. Pitch comes home. That one misses. Back-to-back free passes by Tyler Skaggs, but does have the caught stealing thanks to Jacob Holmes. So Skaggs now 11 walks on the season, 2 here this afternoon, and that's going to bring up the Kent State commit. Parker Lind had a double, scored a couple runs last night for Belle Vernon. A pinch hit double in the 7th for the Leps by Parker Lind. 208 on the season. Lind has driven in 6. Two outs, Bergman at first. Skaggs set now, steps back off. 1 on, 2 down. Top 1, scoreless game between the Eagles and the Leopards. Pitch comes inside, gets away from Holmes up the first base line. As back to the bag will go Connor Bergman. Alex Bastido on deck, the senior DH here this afternoon. Followed by Alonzo Wade and Chase Petrosky. As Coach Serenda quickly out to the mound and trying to adjust some stuff. Saw some pictures of this field yesterday, and it was underwater. Might be an understatement, as Coach Serenda working throughout the night and into this morning to make this field playable. Absolutely looks in pristine condition as a little mound work conclave breaks out. 2 outs, 1 aboard. A couple of walks, though, by the Serra Catholic senior Tyler Skaggs. Hard throwing right-hander, good slider as well for Skaggs as the lefty Lind digs back in. 1 on, 2 away. Parker Lind at the dish. Bergman takes his lead off first. Skaggs peeks over at Max Black, who's holding the runner on. Tyler comes home. There's another low one. Tyler Skaggs struggling with command here in this afternoon. As Lind, the lefty, digs back in. Skaggs comes home with it. As Tyler finds the zone this time by. 3-1 count now here on Parker Lind. As Lind, ground ball, stabbed by Black at first, takes it to the bag himself to end the inning. A 3 unassisted put out of Parker Lind. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 walks, and 1 Leopard left stranded. We've played 1 half inning of play. Your score, Belle Vernon 0, Serra Catholic coming to bat right here on MVI Live, as it will be Zach Bird on the bump here for Belle Vernon. His third appearance of the season. ERA sits at 21 through 2 appearances this year. Bird has given up 6 hits in 2 innings, 7 runs, 6 of them are earned. He has walked 3 and not struck out a batter this year. Bird is committed to Chatham here this year or next year, as he will join Cole Matusik inside the PAC. Will be going to W&J for Coach Brian Zarenda. Serra Catholic Eagles 15-3. Another section championship for the Eagles. They split with Bishop and Eden Christian. He will send this lineup out today. It's going to be the senior shortstop, Owen Dombrowski. Jake Jellison, he will bat second, and man third base, Tyler Skaggs, the senior. He bats in the 3-hole. He does the pitching here this afternoon with Jake Holmes, the senior catcher, batting cleanup for the Serra Catholic Eagles. Max Black, the junior first baseman, will follow before it's Anderson out in right field batting in the 6th spot for the Serra Catholic Eagles. Then Chris Johnson, he bats 7th. He will be out at second base this afternoon, batting in the 8-hole and playing center field. That's Matt McNeil. And Bodie Rieger will bat 9th out in left field for Serra Catholic here this afternoon. Dombrowski, Jellison, Skaggs, Holm, Black, Anderson, Johnson, McNeil, and Bodie Rieger for the Serra Catholic Eagles versus the lefty Zach Bird for Belle Vernon, getting the start here this afternoon. And Lyndon Judy went in the first 2. Ian Porter pitched yesterday as well. Maybe Cole Matusik goes tomorrow for Belle Vernon. He's out in center field today, as it's Owen Dombrowski leading things off here this afternoon for the Serra Catholic Eagles. Dombrowski .480 on the year. Owen sent one out over the wall, 11 extra base hits and 18 RBIs for Dombrowski. First pitch, strike one by the Chatham commit, Zach Bird, the lefty. Just his 3rd appearance of the season, left-on-left matchup. Oh, 1 by Bird. Evens it up at 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the first, scoreless game between Serra Catholic and Belle Vernon. Senior, sophomore, senior, junior for Serra Catholic. Zach Bird, the lefty, trying to right the ship here in his 3rd game of the season. As a long look in for the senior. Set at the belt, the lefty comes home with it to Dombrowski. Owen, ground ball up the gut, and it's a leadoff single for Owen Dombrowski. And Serra Catholic in business early on, so a single by Dombrowski. That will bring up Jake Jellison with 1 on and nobody out here for Serra Catholic. 341 on the season for Jake Jellison of the Serra Catholic Eagles. Jake Jellison, he's driven in 9 on the year. 5 doubles, 1 triple. That's ball 1 on Jellison. Dombrowski at first. Jellison digs back in. Bird set at the belt. Peeks back over at Dombrowski. As in there, 1-1 now on the righty, Jake Jellison. Two balls, 1 strike. Dombrowski over at first. Held on by Alonzo Wade. 2-1 on Jellison. Skaggs on deck. Jellison shows bunt. Bird comes home. Spikes one into the dirt. Dombrowski takes off. And Owen into scoring position off the wild pitch by Bird. So Dombrowski advances 90 feet to second. As count fills up 3-2, Jellison was ready to trot down to first. Dombrowski a leadoff single, advanced to second on the wild pitch. Bird looks in, nobody out, one aboard. Checks back, payoff pitch by Bird, swing and a miss. Down goes Jake Jellison for out number one. So Jellison strikes out after working ahead of Zach Bird for out number one. That brings up the ever dangerous Tyler Skaggs. Skaggs 451 on the year, one homer, 30 runs batted in for Tyler Skaggs. As Bird peeks back at Dombrowski, Owen has his leadoff second. Strike one on Tyler Skaggs. Left on right matchup. Dombrowski at second, one away. Pitch comes home. In the air, right side. Dombrowski will have to go back as Petrosky a few steps back makes the grab out and right. As Petrosky in right, Matusik in center, Parker Linden left, Bergman at third, Plymeyer at short, Edwards at second, and Alonzo Wade at first. Bird pitching, Miller catching here this afternoon for the Belle Vernon area Leopards. As Skaggs flies out to right, Jacob Holmes, 426 on the year, one homer, 20 runs batted in. Dombrowski at second with two away against Zach Bird. As Bird looks Dombrowski back to the bag. Bird comes home. Holmes ready, swing and a miss, strike one. Serra, 11 10-run games here this season for the Eagles, including two more against Swickley Academy earlier this week. 0-1 count, 2 outs. Dombrowski at second as Dombrowski, ground ball by Holmes. Left side foul, now 0-2 on Jacob Holmes. No balls, 2 strikes. As Dombrowski back to the bag. As Dombrowski goes, and that one gets a piece of Jacob Holmes. As Holmes back down the first base line, and we'll most likely see a courtesy runner for the catcher. Dombrowski will head back to the second base bag. So Jacob Holmes reaches on the hit by pitch. Runners at first and second with 2 away. Corbett will run at first. So Corbett at first, Dombrowski at second, 2 away for Serra Catholic. Black first pitch swinging, skies one straight up and out. Strike one now here on Zach Black. Or Max Black, excuse me, Zach, older brother at Mercyhurst. Mark Black, the eldest at Seton Hill. Dombrowski goes, pitch up and away, throw down, nobody here as Bergman backing up, and a stolen base by Owen Dombrowski. So Dombrowski on the double steal, swipes third, Corbett into second. 2 on, 2 down. Dombrowski was at second with nobody out. As Black lines one up the middle, that gets down all the way to the wall. Max Black chugging around first, he's into second. A 2-run, 2-out double. Max Black delivers. RBIs number 23 and 24 on the season, as Max Black brings home both Dombrowski and Corbett, and Serra Catholic leads by a pair here in the first. 2-run, 2-out double by Max Black, and the Eagles lead by 2. As that's going to turn things over to Jake Anderson. 415, he's also driven in 20 this year. 4 Eagles with 20 or more RBIs this season. As ball 1 on the right-handed hitting Jake Anderson. Black at second, 2 down. Bird peeks back. Now Zach, one more look, comes home with it. 1-1 on Jake Anderson. Leadoff single by Dombrowski. Jellison struck out. Dombrowski advanced to second on the wild pitch. Skaggs would fly out to right. Holmes was hit by a pitch. Double steal, put 2 on for Black, who doubled them in. 2-0 Eagles advantage. Pitch by the lefty Bird, as that one back up into the glove of Jack Edwards. So a liner by Anderson right to Edwards, but Serra plates 2. They do it on 2 hits, 1 hit batter, no errors. And the Eagles strand 1, and after 1, your score, Serra Catholic 2, Belle Vernon nothing. Right here on MVI Live, as one chapter in the books. We'll head to the home half of it, or top half of inning number 2, right here on MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
One chapter in the books, and the Eagles lead by 2. Max Black delivered with a 2-out, 2-run, 2-bagger, as back to work goes the right-hander Tyler Skaggs for the Serra Catholic Eagles. As Serra Catholic leads it 2-0 here in inning number 2. It's Alex Bastido leading things off. Not his first time facing Serra Catholic. Was part of the Greensburg Central Catholic Centurions. So Alex Bastido saw Serra a few times back, as pitched by Skaggs. 1-1 on Alex Bastido. 250 on the year for Bastido. Skaggs, the righty, comes home. Swing and a miss, now 1-2. Imagine you're going to see almost the full repertoire of Eagle pitchers here today for Coach Zarenda, getting set for the WPIL postseason. As Bastido in the air, out to center. Matt McNeil camps under it, and Bastido will fly out to center to start the second. 1 up and 1 down here in inning number 2. 2 Leopards have reached, both via the free pass. Now it's Alonzo Wade for Belle Vernon. Alonzo, 341 on the season. Wade has driven in 8 for Belle Vernon. First pitch inside. Wade backs out of the way of that one. The Ohio Dominican football recruit for the Leopards will dig back in against the righty Skaggs. Wade rolls over, right back to Tyler. Underhand toss to Black, and 2 quickly down against the Serra Catholic senior Tyler Skaggs in cruise control thus far. Now Chase Petrosky, 353 on the season. Petrosky has driven in 6. Skaggs comes home, up and out to Chase Petrosky. Now 2-0 on Petrosky. Nobody on, 2 outs, 2-0 Eagles thanks to Max Black. RBI number 23 and 24 on the season. 2-0 by Tyler. As Skaggs misses again. 3 balls, no strikes. Top of the second. Leps looking for their first hit of the afternoon against Skaggs. As Tyler pounds the zone. 3 balls and 1 strike now. Tyler set back up on the bump. Petrosky digs back in. Pitch comes home. Chase takes again, and the count now full on Chase Petrosky. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down here in the top of the second, with the Belle Vernon area Leopards trailing 2-0. That's giving Petrosky a second wearing that one. Tyler Skaggs at 26 pitches after the foul off, make it 27 on Tyler Skaggs. And Tyler not necessarily having the year he wanted to last year's, rebounded brilliantly here in his senior campaign. 3-2 count, 2 outs, 2-0 Eagles. Skaggs comes home. And ball 4, so Tyler Skaggs issues his 3rd free pass of the afternoon already. Walked Plymeyer, Bergman in the first, and now Petrosky here in the second. Had 9 walks in 28 and 2/3 innings coming in, and has already walked 3 Leopards here in the opening inning and 2/3 here this afternoon from Portview. Skaggs will peek back over at the runner as digging in Logan Miller. 4 for 9 on the season is Miller. He's driven in a couple. Petrosky at first, 2 away. Throw back in, chase in safely. 0-1 count here on Logan Miller. Skaggs will peek back over. Pitch comes in by the righty Skaggs. Breaking ball finds the outer third. Now 0-2. Tyler Skaggs 1 strike away from another 0 put up here in the top of the second. Skaggs will look the runner back, throw over. Petrosky dives back in safely. 2-0 lead for Serra Catholic off the bat of Max Black. Petrosky at first, 2 away. The 0-2 by the righty Skaggs. Runner goes outside. Throw down is not in time. Stolen base by Chase Petrosky. Good job by Chris Johnson, though, keeping it in front of the runner at second. And a 1-2 count here on Logan Miller. 4 for 9 on the season. Trying to get hit number 5 and bring home the first Leopard run of the afternoon. Would be the first Leopard hit as well. As Skaggs digs back in, long look in at Logan Miller, set at the belt. Throw back to second, and it's off the glove of Johnson. Held at third is going to be the runner, Petrosky. So off the air, Chase Petrosky advances 90 feet to third. First error of the game gives Petrosky 90 feet. A swing and a miss. Down goes Logan Miller. Strikeout number 1 for Tyler Skaggs. No runs, no hits, a walk, an error, and 1 Leopard left aboard. Through 1.5, it's the Serra Catholic Eagles 2, the Belle Vernon area Leopards nothing. As Eagles look to add on, we come back right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
The best local coverage of news, sports, and more. Make sure you subscribe to the Mon Valley Independent newspaper. Both print and e-edition subscriptions are available, and you can try the e-edition free for 30 days starting today. So make sure you log on to monvalleyindependent.com for more information. Mon Valley Independent. What happens here matters here.
One and a half in the books. Belle Vernon held hitless, and they trail by 2 as Zach Bird back to work for his second inning of work. It's a 2-0 Serra Catholic lead. Of course, softball brackets tomorrow. Baseball brackets come out on Friday. And everybody will know where they're going on Monday. Both these teams are playoff bound. And it's 2-0 Serra Catholic on top of Belle Vernon. As for the Eagles, 7, 8, 9, Johnson, McNeil, and Rieger. Seven, 8, 9, Johnson, McNeil, and Rieger. Johnson, 462 on the year. And so great the lefty, Zach Bird, to start here in the bottom of the second with Serra Catholic leading by a pair thanks to Max Black. Back in the top or home half of the first. As Zach Bird, long look in at Chris Johnson. The lefty comes set. First pitch, Johnson flares it out to left, a little looping single for Chris Johnson, and another leadoff base runner for Serra Catholic. Third hit of the game already for the Eagles as Chris Johnson singles over the head of the shortstop Plymeyer, and that's going to bring up Matt McNeil. 361 with 7 ribbies on the year for the senior center fielder, Matt McNeil. Bird comes home, bunted by McNeil, right back to the bump. Bird over Wade the stretch and in time, so a 1-3 sack bunt by McNeil puts a runner at second with one away here in inning number 2. So one out at second, Johnson for the number 9 hitter, Bodie Rieger. As gets away from Bird, and Johnson now in safely here at third as the ball gets away off the glove of Bergman. So on a wild pitch, Johnson advances 90 feet, gets bailed out as that ball slips away from the third baseman of the Leopards. Strike in on Rieger. 1-1 now on Bodie Rieger. Johnson at third, one away. 2-0 Eagles already out in front. As low, that one misses. 2-1 now on Rieger. The junior left fielder digging in. Johnson takes his lead off of third. Bird comes set, pitch comes home. Rieger takes again, bounces away. 3-1 now the count here on Rieger. 2-0 Eagles lead the Leopards here on MVI Live. As Rieger draws the walk, so runners at the corners and one away. Back up top to Owen Dombrowski. Two on, one out. Pitch by Bird. Dombrowski takes. Strike one on Owen Dombrowski. Eagles lead by 2. As ball gets away from Miller and into second goes Bodie Rieger. So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. As Dombrowski ground ball, that one through the right side.
Rieger rounding, he'll follow Johnson in to score. And Dombrowski now 2 for 2. He's up to 20 ribbies on the year. 2-run single for Owen Dombrowski scored Johnson and Rieger. And Serra Catholic with a 4-0 advantage here in the second. Fourth hit of the game for Serra Catholic as the Eagles lead 4-0, and now Jellison, who struck out swinging in the first. 31 pitches against Bird. Bunt shown, pulled back, runner goes. Dombrowski in without a throw as Owen Dombrowski swipes second with one away for Jake Jellison. Second stolen base for Dombrowski. Bird long stretch back in. Jellison digs in. 1-0 count on Jake Jellison. Bunt shown. Swings away. Fouls it off. 1-1 now here on Jellison. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the second inning. Eagles by 4 over the Belle Vernon area Leopards. 1A, 4A, Mon Valley baseball as Braden Andrews loosening for Belle Vernon down the first base line. Andrews went the distance against Yock. Complete game shutout that was ended early due to the 10-run roll as right side in the air. Wade can't find it, collides with Edwards. And Alonzo Wade ends up with the baseball in his glove. So Jellison pops out to the first baseman, Wade, for out number 2. And that's going to turn things back over to Skaggs. Skaggs flew out to right in his first trip to the dish. Dombrowski already has scored once, stole 2 bases, and driven into. He's out at second as Bird, long look in, comes set at the belt. Bird peeks back, now comes home. Swing and in the air, right side, popped up again. Edwards calls for it this time as Skaggs pops out to Jack Edwards at second to end the inning, but the Eagles add 2 more. They do it on a couple of hits, a walk, and no errors in the inning. Serra Catholic leaves 1 stranded. We've now played 2 full. Your score, the Eagles 4, the Leopards nothing, right here on MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals.
4-0, top 3. Tyler Skaggs back to work as it's a 4-0 Serra Catholic lead over the Belle Vernon area Leopards. Skaggs hasn't surrendered a hit yet, but has walked 3 Belle Vernon Leopards. He has Edwards, Matusik, and Plymire due up here in the top of the third. Edwards' first trip to the dish. 143 on the season with 2 runs batted in. Matusik will follow. He flew out to right, and Plymire walked. Was retired on a 2-4 caught stealing by Jacob Holmes as Skaggs gets set for his 3rd inning of work here this afternoon against the Belle Vernon battery. Jack Edwards, first time viewing Skaggs here this afternoon as Tyler fires that one. Edwards digs back in. Skaggs into the line. Pitch home. Breaking ball. Little roller out to Jellison at third. Jake across to Black. And it's perfect in time. 5-3 goes the retirement of Jack Edwards as 1 up and 1 down. Leadoff hitter down again. Very early against the righty Tyler Skaggs. Now Matusik, he flew out on the first pitch of the ball game out to Anderson. One long ball, 8 runs batted in for Cole Matusik. First pitch swing again, ground ball this time. Dombrowski up with it over to Blacken in time. So 2 ground outs to the left side of the Eagle infield. And that's pitch number 35 for Tyler Skaggs through 2 2/3 inning of work so far. As now it's back to Plymire. He walked first time up. No Judy in the lineup, no Cole Doppelhauer, 2 of the bigger bats for Belle Vernon. Here in this non-section slate after back-to-back with West Mifflin. They play TJ tomorrow. That's 2-0 now here on the right-handed hitting Plymire. He walked first time up against Tyler Skaggs. Skaggs with 3 walks, still chance to get out of this inning under 40 pitches. It goes 3-0 here on the right-hander Plymire. 3-0 by Skaggs. Plymire takes all the way. Count now 3-1 as Tyler tries to work back into the count. Already has walked a trio of Leopards, striking out just 1. 3-1 chopper, Max Black. He'll do it himself. 3 unassisted goes the putout. First time, 1, 2, 3 goes Belle Vernon quietly here in the 3rd. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. The Eagles have scored 2 in the first 2. Look to make it 3 for 3 as they lead 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics. In this home Mon Valley non-section showdown, it's 4-0 after 2.5 right here on MVI Live. Zach Bird back on the bump for the Belle Vernon Leopards, coming out for his 3rd inning of work for Belle Vernon as he will loosen and the Leps get set to try to put up their first 0 of the afternoon. And it will be 4, 5, 6. Holmes, Black, and Anderson due up against the lefty Zach Bird here this afternoon as Serra Catholic leads it 4-0 as we head here to the home half of inning number 3. Holmes was hit by a pitch. His courtesy runner Corbett stole second. Came around to score what was the 2nd run of the game so far. And then Max Black, a 2-run, 2-out double with Anderson lining out to follow. And those are the 3 due up here this half inning for the Serra Catholic Eagles, the Coast Section champions, with Eden Christian and Bishop Canavan. So Jake Holmes digs in, leading off here in the 3rd. Eagles by 4. Hits 4-0 in favor of Serra Catholic. First pitch, right up the left side. Backhand stop. Plymire throw across in time. As down goes Holmes on the 6-3. Plymire to Wade. 1 up and 1 down. As now here comes Max Black. Black double, 2 runs in. Back in inning number 1 to put the Eagles up by a pair here this afternoon. Now Max will look to add to the Eagle total here in the bottom of the 3rd. Zach Bird set at the belt. Pitch comes home. As Max Black takes the first offering from the lefty Zach Bird. Pitch by Bird. That one out of the zone as ducking over to grab it there was Logan Miller, the backstop here today. Back-to-back night games for Belle Vernon. Played late last night at West Mifflin. The back here 4 o'clock start as Black fouls it off the top of the backstop. Count now 1-1. And Serra Catholic swept Swickley Academy this week. Another section title. Eagles will be looking for their 10th straight semifinal appearance this year. 1-2 count on Max Black. 1 out, nobody on. First inning that Bird's got the leadoff hitter as Black works the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. 4-0 Eagles lead here in the bottom of inning number 3. Bird comes home. Black lines it right back up the gut, and Max is 2 for 2. A double, now a single on the ledger of Max Black, as that's the 5th hit through 3 innings now for Serra Catholic. And Zach Bird will have to turn his attention to the sophomore Jake Anderson, lined out hard to the second baseman Edwards. Back to end inning number 1 with Max Black out at second. Eagles have stranded 2 through 2. Black at first, 1 away. Bird looks back over, pitch by Bird, quick in, bunted down the third base line. Bergman lets it go as that one skitters foul down here on the near side. And the count now 0-1 on Jake Anderson. Long time that one rolled right on the white chalk before a trickling foul. 4-0 Eagle advantage. Black at first, 1 away. Bunt shown again. Bergman charges. As count evens up now on Anderson. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. 4-0 Serra Catholic out in front. Johnson on deck. He singled and scored the 3rd run of the game for the Eagles out of their 4 thus far. As fouled off right side off the fence. 1-2 now on Anderson. 1 away. Max Black stands over at first. Solid contact off Bird the first time he came to the dish as the lefty Bird comes home. And the count evens up at 2-2. Bird an extra long look in, thinking maybe Anderson would be rung up for strikeout number 2 for the left-hander. Runner at first, 1 away. A swing and a miss, throw down, and it is not in time. Max Black swipes second, as striking out is Anderson for out number 2. So Bird setting down his second Eagle of the afternoon. Black steals second. So Max into scoring position with 2 away for Chris Johnson, who singled the lead off the second over the head of Zach Plymeyer. First pitch, ball 1 on the righty, Chris Johnson. 47 pitches so far for the lefty Bird. 4-0 Eagles lead. Bird looking for his first 0 of the afternoon. Peeks back at the runner, now comes home. Up and out now, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 away. Leps 1 more tomorrow against the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars to end the week and end the regular season. As Johnson works ahead 3-0, looking to reach for the second time here this afternoon with Matt McNeil on deck. Max Black takes his lead off of second. Pitch comes home. 3-0, and that one finds the zone. 3-1 now here on Matt McNeil. Weather not looking the best for tomorrow. Getting better as the day goes on. Chance of light showers throughout the evening as that one low and away, ball 4. And 2 on with 2 down. We'll get to see Thomas Jefferson for the first time tomorrow, led by Cincinnati baseball commit Luke Costco, Noah Kaiser. Another great player as well on that squad, as here comes Coach Tony Watson out of the dugout after the 2-out walk. Zach Bird's day will be done as Zach Bird goes 2 2/3 innings. Right now has given up 4 runs, is responsible for 2 more. He is also responsible for 5 hits again. He struck out 2 and walked a pair of Serra Catholic Eagles while hitting 1 batter here in his 3rd appearance of the season. And taking over on the hill for the Belle Vernon area Leopards, that's going to be Braden Andrews. As last time we saw Andrews on the bump, that was just under a week ago on a Friday night on Military Appreciation Night. Last time the Leps wore these jerseys as well, as Braden Andrews pitched a gem against the Yacht Cougars. He is now in his 3rd appearance of the season. Andrews is 1-0 with a .315 earned run average for the senior Braden Andrews. As Braden Andrews, his last game was against the Yacht Cougars. But Andrews, as I mentioned, 1-0 on the season with a .315 earned run average. Andrews has thrown 6 2/3 innings of work. He's given up 3 runs, all of them earned, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts. Imagine maybe Cole Matusik goes tomorrow for Belle Vernon, or maybe even his brother Cam. Also, Ian Porter should be available once again after pitching yesterday. Obviously, Parker Lind is available. He will not go. He'll be saved for Monday's playoff matchup or Tuesday's playoff matchup, depending how the brackets work out for Belle Vernon. But it looks like a clean 1-for-1. Braden Andrews taking over for Zach Bird. So Andrews, who's 1-0 on the season, blanked Yakina 10-0 Belle Vernon victory in his last game. Will look to tame the Eagles here in the bottom of the third, down by 4 with 2 on and 2 down for Matt McNeil. So Matt McNeil digs back in, 2 outs here, bottom 3, 2 aboard. Lefty on righty matchup. Andrews set at the belt. First pitch by the right-hander Andrews. Finds the zone, strike 1 as Braden Andrews. And complete game shortened shutout against the Yacht Cougars for Belle Vernon. Andrews comes home. Inner third as Braden gets ahead. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, 2 away. Black at second. Johnson over at first. Sack bump by McNeil in his first trip to the dishes. Matt fouls that one off. Count stays put 0-2 on Matt McNeil. 2 on, 2 down. 4-0 Eagles lead here in the bottom of the third. Andrews long look in again at Matt McNeil. Braden set at the belt. Black dancing out at second. Pitch comes in outside. Now 1-2. So Andrews long look back in at Matt McNeil. Now Andrews set at the belt. The 1-2 home to McNeil. Count pulls even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. 4-0 Eagles here in the bottom of the third. Black at second, Johnson at first. Both have reached twice today. From 0-2 to 3-2, the count works full as the carousel will be in motion with the right hand of Braden Andrews pulling the lever. 3-2 count, runners will go with the pitch. Payoff pitch by Andrews to McNeil. Inside ball 4, so back-to-back walks. As Bird removed, result the same as Andrews comes in, gets up 0-2 on McNeil, and then issues the free pass. Now Bodie Rieger, he walked against the starter Bird back in the second. Base is loaded for Rieger with 2 down. Serra already leading by 4. Braden Andrews trying to get out of this sticky situation. First pitch, strike 1 by Braden Andrews to the right-handed hitting Bodie Rieger. The Eagles a chance to really break it open here in the third, already leading by 4. Pitch comes home by Andrews. Rieger skies it straight up and out. Now 0-2 on Rieger. Bases loaded, 2 down. Bird responsible for both Black and Johnson. He's already given up 4 today. Give up as many as 6, runner at first. That's McNeil. He's the responsibility of Braden Andrews, the current Leopard pitcher. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Braden Andrews gets the strikeout and leaves them loaded. For the first time, the Eagles score no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 2 walks, and the bases left full of Serra Catholic batters as Braden Andrews does his job and keeps it a 4-run deficit after 3. Right here on MVI Live. Top 4 when we come back on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300.
3, 4, 5, due up for Belle Vernon. Well, there was an arm loosening, but Tyler Skaggs will stay out on the bump for Serra Catholic, at least for a fourth frame. He gets Bergman, Parker, Lind, and Bastido. A combined 0 for 2 with a walk issued. 3 walks, just 1 strikeout for the right-hander Tyler Skaggs this afternoon. Connor Bergman, he walked with 2 outs back in the first. 1 of 2 walks issued in the opening inning by Skaggs. Skaggs set down the Leps in order in the third. That was the only clean inning or half inning either side today. First pitch by the righty Skaggs. That one misses. Starting the fourth frame here with Serra Catholic leading by 4. Braden Andrews striking out Rieger with the bases loaded. Ground ball foul. Right over to Coach Watson here on the third base side. One ball, 1 strike. And 2-1, the count works ahead for Bergman. Connor, 345, grounded out to end the game yesterday for Belle Vernon. 2-2 now on the right-handed hitting junior third baseman Bergman. Count even, 2-2 on Connor Bergman. Tyler Skaggs set at the belt. The right-handed senior shakes off the first, likes the second. 2-2 by Tyler Skaggs. Swing and a miss. Tyler Skaggs punches out his second. Strikeout pitch hasn't been there, but gets one to go there as Bergman strikes out to start the fourth. And Tyler has now set down 5 straight here in inning number 4 as he'll head back and turn his attention to Parker Lind. Lind grounded out to the first baseman Max Black to end inning number 1. The Kent State commit Parker Lind as a pitcher. Takes ball 1 there. Pitched an absolute gem on Monday to Lind, striking out 13 West Mifflin Titans. Two and 0 now here on Parker Lind as Skaggs misses again, falling behind. 47 pitches by the right-hander Tyler Skaggs. Into the line, 2-0 by Tyler Skaggs. Will have to wait. So Parker will reset in the box. 2-0 count on Lind. 1 out, top 4. 4-0 Eagles lead. 2-run single by Dombrowski. 2-run, 2-out double by Max Black. Have put 4 on the ledger of the Eagles as the 2-0. It's Tyler Skaggs trying to work back here against Parker Lind. As Parker, 4 wide ones, and there's the 4th walk of the game issued by Tyler Skaggs. So Skaggs now 4 free passes here through 4 innings of work, 1 on, 1 away, and that ends the stretch of 5 straight Leopards retired. And Alex Bastido, who flew out to the center fielder McNeil, will set his attention to Tyler Skaggs for the second time here this afternoon. Wade on deck. Skaggs looks back over at the runner, Parker Lind. First pitch, strike 1 to Alex Bastido. Lind at first. 1 out, Tyler Skaggs set of the belt. The 0-1 by Skaggs. Up and out now, count evens up at 1 apiece again. There was an arm for the Eagles loosening. Wonder how much longer Coach Brian Zarenda going to go with Tyler Skaggs here. 1-1 count on Bastido, even. Again, barring a clean inning. 2-1, which Skaggs hasn't had many of today. Hasn't given up a hit, but has issued 4 free passes. And now 2-1 on Alex Bastido. As count evens up at 2 apiece. 1 out, Parker Lind over at first. Held on by Max Black. Throw over, and Black got him! Tyler Skaggs picks off Parker Lind, who was caught napping. Tyler Skaggs, the quick move to first. And now 2 down and a 2-2 count on Alex Bastido. Another out on the base path for Belle Vernon. Second out on the base path here this afternoon. As count now full 3-2 on Alex Bastido. 3 balls, 2 strikes, payoff pitch by Skaggs. High chopper to third. Glove by Jellison, throw across, and with the stretch, Max Black gets him. No runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, but nobody left the board. 3.5 chapters have now come to a close. Serra Catholic by 4. The offense back to work with 1, 2, 3 in the order as Bastido grounds out to Jake Jellison. And Tyler Skaggs, 4 shutout innings of no-hit baseball, has allowed 4 base runners though, but Belle Vernon trails Serra Catholic 4-0 as the Leopard offense is stagnant against Skaggs as Parker Lynn got picked off. Braden Andrews in his first full inning of work for the Belle Vernon area Leopards. Braden Andrews' second inning of work here as we head to the bottom of the 4th frame. Serra Catholic by 4. Andrews faced 2 batters, walked Matt McNeil. After walking McNeil, he struck out Bodie Rieger to leave the bases loaded. Serra by 4, 2 two-run hits, one by the man leading things off. That's Owen Dombrowski. He'll start the party here this afternoon in inning number 4's home half. Dombrowski 2 for 2, 2 singles, 2 stolen bases, a run scored, and 2 runs batted in for Owen Dombrowski. Braden Andrews, third batter he'll face here this afternoon to start the 4th. So Andrews looks in at his catcher Miller. 1, 2, 3, Dombrowski, Jellison, and Skaggs. First pitch. Strike 1 on the lefty, Owen Dombrowski. Serra's all-time leading scorer on the hardwood for basketball. Owen Dombrowski's sister as well, standout basketball player here, Belle at Serra Catholic. She'll be part of the Steel City Summer Basketball League as Dombrowski laces one out to right center, and Owen is 3 for 3. He digs in for 2. It's a leadoff double for Owen Dombrowski, and the Serra Catholic senior is 2 for 2, but bringing up the Steel City Summer Basketball League draft on Tuesday night in the Steel City Summer Basketball League. Tryouts, I believe, start tonight in that league, and then they'll start early, 2 weeks before Memorial, or week before Memorial Day. That league starting. We won't be picking games up till about the week 4. We'll have all of week 2, I believe. Miss week 3 and come back for week 4. Maybe have some games sprinkled in here and there as we'll be covering baseball, softball playoffs, and, of course, the lacrosse championships, as I'm pleased to be covering those for the NFHS Network a couple of days before Memorial Day. So looking forward to putting my hat in the lacrosse ring come championship time. As bunted, up the line, it's a beauty and no play. An infield bunt single by Jake Jellison. But the Steel City Summer Basketball League draft on Tuesday the 13th. And barring my schedule, I'll be there to bring you coverage of the Steel City Summer Basketball League draft. As runners at the corners. 7 hits for the Eagles. Double and single now. Skaggs, who's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a pop out. First pitch, Skaggs, safety, squeeze on. Dombrowski scores. Skaggs out at first. And Serra Catholic adds a 5th. Tyler Skaggs, the RBI number 31 on the season. As in to score comes Dombrowski, his second run scored. Jellison to second. Jake Holmes 0 for 1, hit by a pitch. Courtesy runner scored a run. Andrews set at the belt. Jellison lead off a second. Braden Andrews comes home. Strike one on Jake Holmes. Holmes has driven in 20 batters on the year. 0 for 1, hit by a pitch back in the first, looking for his first knock of the game. Serra with 7 hits already. As 0-2 on Jake Holmes. Max Black also 2 for 2. He's on deck. He's driven in 2. Holmes steps back in, 1 on, 1 down. The 0-2 by Braden Andrews as the righty comes home with it. Holmes, grounder up the gut, off the glove of Edwards. Rounding is Jellison. He'll be in to score. Jacob Holmes, an RBI single, and Belle Vernon surrenders another. Serra, their third 2-spot of the afternoon, and it's 6 for the Eagles. Jacob Holmes, blackjack on the RBI train, give him number 21, and the Eagles lead by 6, and now Max Black, who's carrying a red-hot bat today. It's 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored, a double and a single. He'll look to keep the line moving here for the Serra Catholic Eagles. Another arm going to loosen for Belle Vernon. That might be Ian Porter. So Max Black digs back in. Max 2 for 2. Braden Andrews shakes off the first, likes the second sign. 1 on, 1 out, 2 in, 6-0 Eagles lead. As Black, ground ball through the left side, and Max Black is now 3 for 3, and the Eagles have 9 hits in the ball game. As on to second goes Jake Holmes. Black the single, or make that Holmes' courtesy runner Corbett. 1 out, 2 on, 2 already in. Serra Catholic 6-0. Taking care of business against the Belle Vernon pitching staff today. 9 hits through 3 1/3 innings. First pitch misses, ball 1 to Jake Anderson. Anderson 0 for 2, lined out to second, struck out. Anderson and Skaggs, the lone Eagles not to reach, but Skaggs does have an RBI today. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 on, 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Serra Catholic Eagles lead 6-0. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, now 2 here in the 4th. 2-run double by Black, 2-run single by Dombrowski, RBI safety squeeze by Skaggs, and an RBI single by Jacob Holmes that played at 6. Belle Vernon's had 4 base runners, all via the free pass today against Tyler Skaggs. 1 out, 2 on. 2-1 count on Anderson. Make it 3-1 now. And Ian Porter, the righty, loosening. He pitched last evening. At least that's what it looks like from across the pond. 3-1. Swing, foul tip. Both runners went. Count full, 3-2, 1 out. Serra by 6. 9 hits, 1 error for the Eagles. Braden Andrews set at the belt. Payoff pitch by Andrews as Anderson fouls it off. Off the backstop. Count stays full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Eagles jumping all over Belle Vernon early on and looking to add on insult to injury. Already up by 6. Can they make it more? Andrews set of the belt. Could be worse. He left the bases loaded last inning. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Has double steal in order as well. So 2 in scoring position now with 2 down. As Corbett goes to third. Max Black on to second. Second stolen base for Corbett and Black each. as Anderson strikes out. Second strikeout by Braden Andrews. Now Johnson, 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Up and in, ball 1. Johnson ducks out of the way of that one. Serra by 6, bottom 4. As Johnson pops it up right side, Alonzo Wade gives a look. As out of play, now 1-1 on Johnson. Alonzo gave it a big peek over. Again, Belle Vernon playing without Doppelauer, their starting center fielder in the lineup today, playing without their starting second baseman, Lucas Judy. They're 1-2. Lind and Judy obviously not pitching as well in this game. As Johnson in the air, left field, that one down the line and deep and just misses foul as Chris Johnson gave it a ride and almost left the yard. Johnson was looking for his first long ball of the season and inches away from doing just that. Would have made it a 9-run Eagle advantage here in the 4th. Andrews set at the bell, pitch comes home. That one low and away, 2-2. The count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 2 in, bottom 4. Eagles up 6-0 over Belle Vernon. Andrews set at the belt, another 2-2 by Andrews. As Johnson out to left center, that ball gets down. As Corbett in to score, Black will follow. It's a 2-run, 2-out, 2-bagger by Chris Johnson. And Serra Catholic up to 8. Chris Johnson now double-digit RBI on the season, give him 10. As Corbett scores for the second time, a 4-run inning for the Eagles. And they lead at 8-0. As now digging in will be Matt McNeil. If McNeil would come around to score this inning and the Eagles prevent Belle Vernon from scoring, this game would be at a completion. Strike 1 on Matt McNeil. McNeil takes, gets away. Johnson safe at third, sliding in here at the bag. Johnson single walk and a double, 2 runs batted in, a run scored for Johnson. See him there on your screen. As now McNeil steps back in. Matt McNeil in a 1-1 count, 2 outs, pitch by Andrews. Inside, 2-1 on Matt McNeil. Two 1 count, 2 outs. 8-0 Eagle advantage. Johnson has his lead off of third. Pitch comes home. 3-1 now on McNeil. Rieger 0 for 1 with a walk and strikeout is on deck. Serra stranded 3 in the third, left them loaded. Only inning they didn't score. Stranded 1 in the first, 1 in the second. Runner at third with 2 outs and already 4 in here in the 4th. As for the second time today, Matt McNeil reaches via the free pass. Runners at the corners, 2 down, Bodie Rieger. As Coach Watson will come out of the dugout and get the ball from Braden Andrews with 2 on and 2 outs. So Andrews comes in, goes an inning, or make it, let's see, Andrews came in the third, recorded 1 out there, recorded 2 outs. So 1 inning for Braden Andrews. And with 2 outs here in the 4th, it's going to be Ian Porter for the second straight night, or afternoon, I should say, for Belle Vernon, as Ian Porter will come in replacing Braden Andrews. Right now, Andrews has given up 4 runs, all of them earned. 5 hits against Andrews. He has walked 2 Serra Catholic batters while striking out 2 as well here in this ball game, as Andrews replaced by Ian Porter for Belle Vernon. So Ian Porter will come in here for the Leopards, trailing 8-0. As on the season, Ian Porter 9 2/3 innings pitched, 5 runs, 1 earned, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. Pitched in last night's ball game for the Belle Vernon area Leopards against the West Mifflin Titans, as he came in and replaced Lucas Judy in that 7-5 loss for Belle Vernon. As last evening, Ian Porter went 2/3 of an inning, struck out 1, faced just 2 batters through 5 pitches. So Porter will enter. He'll face Bodie Rieger, the 9th man to come to the dish this inning for Serra Catholic. Owen Dombrowski on deck. If it would wrap back around to him. Porter gives the okay. He's ready to go, so everyone disperses back. And it's an 8-0 Eagle advantage, looking to add on here in inning number 4's home half. Bodie Rieger, walk and a strikeout, scored the 4th Eagle run. Black got the Eagles going in the right direction in the first. Strike 1, throw down to second. Now throw comes home. Johnson in safely. And Serra Catholic gets the 9 as the throw went down to second, as McNeil stopped up in between second and home. And that allowed Johnson to come in to score. And Serra Catholic now a 9-0 lead as Johnson swipes home. And the Eagles have played it 5 here in inning number 4. Oh, 1 on Rieger. Johnson lead off of second. Pitch comes home by Porter. That one misses. 1-1 now. Pitch by Porter. Rieger, ground ball, roller right to third. Off the glove of Bergman, regroups, throw across, not in time. First error against Belle Vernon. Now runners at the corners with 2 down for Owen Dombrowski. As gets away, ball 1 on Dombrowski. McNeil here at third. Rieger at first, 2 down. 5 in for Serra Catholic. Porter set at the belt. Ian Porter comes home. Swing, and Dombrowski can't get that one in play. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 on. 10 hits for the Serra Catholic Eagles as they've batted around here in inning number 4. Runners at the corners. Porter comes set at the belt. The 1-1 by Ian Porter. Dombrowski, ground ball. Edwards on to first to Wade in time. So Dombrowski retired for the first time today on the 4-3. Serra will bring 10 to the plate. They strike for 5. They do it on 5 hits. There was an error in the inning, and 2 left aboard for the Serra Catholic Eagles, who lead 9-0 after 4 right here on MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen.
Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at his place, Coffee, Community, and more.
4 innings down as Skaggs back to work, and Serra Catholic leads it 9-0 here this evening or afternoon. Used to saying evening after the last 2 games we've had here on the network being 7 or 6:30 and 7:30 starts. The Eagles 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and 5 here in the fourth, now entering the fifth. So Wade digging in Alonzo. Grounded back out to the pitcher, Tyler Skaggs. First time up, Leps looking for their first hit against Skaggs. As that one misses by the right-hander, Skaggs. Tyler at 57 pitches, 1-1 count here. He has walked 4 batters, though. And 2-1 now on Alonzo Wade. Tomorrow, Belle Vernon, before the game, will honor their district championship basketball team and their district champion wrestler as Wade in a 2-2 count, nobody out. Top 5 here from Portview Athletic Association with the Eagles leading 9-0. An absolutely gorgeous day here from Portview. Again, Coach Arenda working tirelessly to get this field playable for today as Wade fouls it off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, top 5. Alonzo Wade is part of that district champion basketball team, was a 3-year starter, did not start his senior year due to injury, missed this past year. Or at least a 3-year player, I should say. Started a lot, played a lot for Belle Vernon. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Zoe fighting here against Tyler Skaggs. As the 2-2 down goes Wade, strikeout number 3 for Tyler Skaggs. He struck out a batter in 3 of the last 4 innings now. As Tyler, a strikeout per inning pitcher, just 3 here today. One out, nobody on. It's Jace Petrosky. Petrosky walked, stole second, reached third on an error, was stranded at third, back in the second. As Petrosky up the middle off of Johnson, throw to first, not in time. As Petrosky will reach, and Belle Vernon has a base runner here in the 5th. Not an easy play at all for Johnson, ranging to his right. So Nate Kostelnik. So the lefty Kostelnik with 1 on and 1 out. Back in safely, Petrosky over at first. So Tyler Skaggs, the Serra Catholic senior, looking to continue along here for the Eagles. Two-one count, pitch in by Skaggs, evens it up at 2 apiece. So count full, 3-2, Tyler Skaggs against Nate Kostelnik. Kostelnik replacing Logan Miller, who's 0 for 1 today, back in safely at first, but Trosky Belle Vernon's had 2 runners picked off the base path today. 9-0 Eagles lead. Top 5, Skaggs set at the belt, peeks back over, runner goes, pitch comes in, strike 3 looking, Petrosky will swipe second after the 1-out single, a stolen base, a strikeout looking. That's punch out number 4 for Tyler Skaggs for out number 2. So Serra Catholic with a runner at second and 2 down as Belle Vernon will bring Jack Edwards to the dish. Edwards grounded out to the third baseman, Jellison. Out at second base, that's Petrosky. Single stolen base, 2 outs. 1 on here in the top of the 5th. Edwards digs back in. Skaggs set at the belt. Tyler Skaggs, the right-hander, now steps off. As Skaggs will reset here. Skaggs throw back into second safely, Petrosky. The Eagles 1 out and 1 run away from victory here this afternoon. Edwards trying to make it a little tougher of a job as Skaggs steps off, no throw. Petrosky back in safely at second. 9-0 Serra Catholic leads. Top 5, 2 outs. Skaggs set at the belt, pitch comes home by Tyler. As that misses to Edwards. TJ tomorrow for the 13-4 Leopards. Skaggs peeks back, now comes home. Edwards swing and a miss, 1-1. 1 hit, 4 walks against Tyler Skaggs today. Petrosky has that lone hit out at second. The 1-1 by Skaggs, swing and a miss. Edwards down now 1-2. 2 outs, runner at second. 10-1 hits in favor of the Eagles. Skaggs set at the belt once more. Another 1-2 offering by Tyler Skaggs. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Tyler Skaggs fans his 5th and keeps the 0 on the board. 3 Ks in the inning for Skaggs. No runs, 1 hit, no error. Belle Vernon strands their 3rd runner of the game. And Tyler Skaggs can cruise to the victory if the Serra Catholic Eagles can add 1 to their ledger. They're 1 out away from victory right here on MVI Live.
It's time to level up your fitness game with Phase Up Nutrition in Jefferson Hills. Veteran-owned and operated Phase Up has been providing the community with top-quality vitamins and supplements with a priority in providing exceptional customer service. When you walk into Phase Up Nutrition, you'll get one-on-one help tailored to your specific goals. We carry a wide variety of workout supplements, pre-workout and post-workout formulas, and all types of vitamins. Come by Phase Up Nutrition today. Phase Up Nutrition, here to help you surpass those unimaginable goals.
One run away from victory for the Serra Catholic Eagles. As the Eagles will look to finish it off. It's 2-3-4. Jellison, Skaggs, and Jake Holmes due up against Ian Porter of the Belle Vernon area Leopards. 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Scoreless third, 5 in the fourth for Serra Catholic.
So the Eagles lead it 9-0. As a re-enter for Belle Vernon, back behind the dish will be Miller. He was pinch hit for by Kostelnik. So it'll be Cole Hahn leading things off, replacing Jellison here in the 5th. So first AB of the afternoon for Cole Hahn as Ian Porter into the line. Pitch comes home by the righty. Hahn, little swinging bunt. A lot of spin on it, out of the crouch and on to first. Miller. One up, one down as Hahn retired on the 2-3 here in the 5th. Now Tyler Skaggs. Skaggs 0 for 2 with an RBI bunt. It's Skaggs, then Holmes due up here this inning after the leadoff ground out by Cole Hahn. Porter wants to go through the pitches with Logan Miller once again as Ian Porter into the line. Pitch comes home by the righty Porter. That one low. Skaggs. And every Eagle that comes to the dish will represent the winning run until a Serra Catholic player reaches. Serra up 9-0. And it's 2-0 on Tyler Skaggs. Jacob Holmes sent to follow. Three balls, no strikes, one out, nobody on. Serra by 9. 3-0, and there's ball 4. So Tyler Skaggs aboard. So the winning run at first with one out. Courtesy runner for the Serra Catholic Eagles. As Matt Dukovic will run for Skaggs. So Dukovic at first represents the winning run. Jake Holmes at the dish. He's driven in one today. Holmes 1 for 2, hit by a pitch, and RBI as courtesy runner scored twice. Takes strike one from Ian Porter. Oh, 1 by Porter. Holmes in the air, center field. Rated Matusik. Cole, ball meets glove for out number 2 on the F8. So 2 down with 1 aboard. And now it's going to be Max Black, who's 3 for 3 today with a double, 2 singles, a run scored, 2 stolen bases, and 2 runs batted in. Porter looking to put up a 0. It'll be the first 0 for the Leopards since the 3rd. When the Eagles stranded the bases loaded. Serra Catholic stranded runners aboard every inning. 7 total in this game. First pitch misses, ball 1 to Black. So Ian Porter trying to put up the 0, peeks back over. Dukovic has his lead off first. Throw goes back over. He's in safely there. 1-0 count on Max Black. Black 2 out RBI double to start the afternoon, bringing the first 2 runs of the game. 2-0 count here on Black. The junior first baseman 3 for 3 today. 2-0 count, runner at first. Pitch comes home. Now 2-1 on Max, runner at first, 2 away. Dukovic, the courtesy runner, takes his lead off of first. 2-1 by Ian Porter. Black
Bends back out of the way now, 3-1 on Max Black. 3 balls, 1 strike. A pair down here in the 5th. Porter set the 3-1 home. Black takes ball 4, so Max Black aboard for the 4th time this afternoon. As Max Black draws the free pass, and Serra Catholic has the winning run in scoring position with 2 down for Jake Anderson, who's had a tough day at the dish. Only Eagle to not reach base today is Anderson. He is 0 for 3 with a line out and 2 strikeouts. First pitch, ball 1, winning run at second base. 2 outs, 9-0 Eagles. 2 on, 2 away, 1-0 count on Anderson. As Anderson, ground ball, Edwards, through Edwards, and that will do it. As in to score is Dukovic, and the game ends on an E4. And the Eagles 10 run the Belle Vernon area Leopards. As Serra Catholic here in the 5th get 1 run. They do it on no hits, a couple of walks, and an error. And Serra has 2 left aboard, but the inning is over. The ball game is over, and the Eagles hand Belle Vernon back-to-back losses. 10-0 your final score as Serra Catholic takes care of business right here on MVI Live. Comeback final numbers and final line score for you right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300.
The Eagles take care of business 10-0 your final score as Serra Catholic. A 10-0 victory here on MVI Live, blanking the Belle Vernon Leopards, holding them to just 1 hit in this ball game as well. Serra Catholic was led by your Lions Heart Media Player of the Game. That belongs to Max Black, 3 for 3. 2 runs batted in, drove in the opening 2 runs of the game, stole 2 bases, scored 1 run, also walked 1 time. Max Black is your Lions Heart Media Player of the Game. As Serra Catholic got to Zach Bird early and often after a 1-out walk. Plymeyer was picked off, then Bergman walked, and Lind would ground out to end the first. Serra would add 2 leadoff single by Dombrowski. Jellison would strike out. Skaggs would fly out. Holmes was hit by a pitch. Corbett stole second. Max Black 2-out, 2-run double, put the Eagles up by 2. After a 1-out walk, a stolen base and an error, Skaggs would strike out Miller to end the second. Serra would add 2 in the second. A leadoff single by Johnson, sacrificed over by McNeil. Rieger would walk. 2-run single by Dombrowski would make it 4-0. Serra Catholic scoreless third. Eagles would have the bases left loaded in the third as Braden Andrews came in, walked. McNeil struck out Rieger to end the inning and keep it 4-0. And then in the 4th, the Eagles brought 10 to the plate, and they plated a total of 5 runs. Leadoff double by Dombrowski. Infield bump by Jellison. Suicide squeeze by Skaggs made it 5-0. RBI single by Holmes made it 6-0. And then eventually Corbett would come in to score, making it 7-0. Max Black would single on that 2-run double by Johnson. Both Corbett and Black would score, making it 8-0. Johnson would score on a steal of home, making it 9-0 Serra Catholic, as Dombrowski would ground out to end the 4th with 2 on and keep the game alive a little longer. But Serra Catholic, after a 1-out walk to Skaggs, Holmes would fly out as Dukovic would take second on the Max Black walk, and then Jake Anderson would reach on an E4 to end the ball game, and Serra Catholic wins it 10-0. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left on base for Belle Vernon. Loss goes to Zach Bird. Serra 2 in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd, 5 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. 10 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. 9 left on base for the Serra Catholic Eagles here in this one, as the loss goes to Zach Bird. The win goes to Skaggs. 5 innings, 1 hit, 5 strikeouts, 4 walks. Now 6-1 on the season. Lions Heart Media Player of the Game, Max Black. Time of the game, 1 hour and 32 minutes as the Eagles get win number 16 headed into the playoffs. Belle Vernon will look to bounce back tomorrow when they take on the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. But until next time, I'm Alex Lyons saying thanks for tuning in. Your final score, the Eagles 10, the Leopards nothing, right here on MVI Live.
This has a presentation of Lions Heart Media on MVI Live.